These antelope horns were given to the Illinois State Museum in 1910. They were collected on safari by former President Theodore Roosevelt. Roosevelt had a very massive safari expedition to Africa in 1909-1910 and had materials that were given to the Smithsonian and the American Museum of Natural History, and then additional materials were distributed to museums throughout the United States. The Illinois State Museum got 3 sets of antelope horns, and this pair here, these are the same species. These come from a large antelope called an eland, and the one in the front here, this is the female, and then this one in the back is the male. The male and the female have different shaped horns, which is one interesting feature of this species. The zoology collections at the Illinois State Museum are a series of collections of different types of animals, as well as different types of preparations of animals. So one big component in our collections are taxidermy mounts, like we have here. These are from exhibits that were formerly in the museum, and they also come from other museums that we've taken in the collections from. We use these in public programs and in exhibitions. Another type of collection that we have in zoology is the fluids collection. So amphibians and reptiles and fishes are preserved in alcohol for their long-term storage, in addition to having skeletal materials in the collection for study. This is so you can see the coloration, the patterning of the skin in these specimens. So this is a typical a way that these types of animals are prepared for research. An important part of the collections in zoology are the research comparative materials. We have a large collection of skeletons of animals, mostly species from the Midwest, but also other parts of the country and of the world. We have all these different species to help in identification of bones from archaeological sites. They're also used in comparison with extinct species that we have in our paleontology collection. So examples of what we have in this collection, this is a skeleton of a rabbit. Here's the skull. The pelvis and a leg bone. We also have just skulls of individuals. So here's the skull of a tree squirrel. And having multiple individuals of species helps us include a little bit of variation. So every animal is not the same. So having multiple individuals to compare your unknown animal to helps improve the ability to get a good identification of your specimen.